today. Today I'm going to show you how to make this bracelet, and this is a bracelet that is made with the right angle weave. If you know my video about the right angle weave video, the green bracelet with the mantis on top, this is like a small variation on that, and I also did some workshops on these, and a lot of ladies really like these, so I thought I will also make a video. The PDF file will be following shortly, but I need some time for that, so I'm going to do that in my weekend. And I'm also going to make kits. What I would really like to know is like a project like this. Do you guys want me to make kits for these? And what colors would you like to see kits? I have like a black one, and like this a pink one, and I believe I also have like a white one and a gray one, but I don't really know like what is your major favorite color. Let me know. We're going to make this bracelet today, and it's not very hard. It is, as I said, a right angle weave with just a bezel. So if you're a beginner, you can also make this video, and the kits will be included with the clasp and the rings and the lengthening chain and all the beads, but also thread, and I think I will also throw in the needles if people need those, so I'm going to do that also. But I need some time for that, so I hope that the PDF file will be up together with like the kits next week. So just let me know if you would like kits for these and in which colors, but I also have a few kits already available. Okay, I'm going to show you now how to make this, and I hope you like it. You will need some pearls. You will need some 11/0 seed beads, and I'm using Miyuki Seedbeads. You will need some 8/0 seed beads, and I'm also using Miyuki 8/0 seed beads. You will need 2 size 6mm rings. You will need optional piece of lengthening chain. If you make this bracelet for someone else, that is very convenient. You will need a clasp. You will need 2 size 10 needles. You will need some Fireline, but you can also use some wildfire, and I'm using this in 0.15mm. You will need something to cut your thread with. You will need a pair of pliers, and that are all the materials you will need. So let's start. I'm just going to make a small piece of the bracelet, as I already made one in this color, but I chose this color because I think this is easy to see on camera. We're going to first make the loop, so we're going to start right here at the beginning of the bracelet. We're going to start with threading 2 needles with about 2 arm spans of your thread of choice. So you're going to thread 2 needles, so one end in the one needle and the other end in the other needle. Then with one needle we're going to pick up 8 seed beads. And we're going to slide them down. Then we're going to pick up 1 seed bead, and we're going to crisscross in it. So we're going to slide it down, and with the other needle we're going through it in the opposite direction, so that you form a cross in it. And then you're going to slide it down. And make sure this is in the middle, so that thread is evenly spread on both sides. And then we're going to pick up 3 seed beads on each side. So 1, 2, 3. So on each needle pick up 3 seed beads and slide them down. And now we're going to crisscross 1 pearl. So just like we did with the seed bead, we're going to crisscross in 1 pearl. And sometimes this can be a little bit harder, because sometimes the coating on one side of the pearl is covering the hole. So if you have a little bit of trouble there, there's no problem. Just take your time. And make sure this is straight. And it will look like this. Now we're going to pick up 1 8/0 on each side, like this, and slide them down. We're going to pick up 1 pearl on each side, and slide them down. Pick up 1 8/0 on each side, and slide them down. And then we're going to crisscross in 1 purl again. Like this. And then you're going to pull. It will look like this. So this is a basic right angle weave with the seed beads in between it. And we're going to repeat this. So I'm going to do it one more time, and then I'm going to just turn back because I will make this a little bit of a sample. But you're just going to add all the pearls that you need. And if I made another row, I'm going to show you how to measure your bracelet. So we're going to pick up 1/8 on each side. We're going to pick up 1 pearl on each side. And we're going to pick up 1/8. So every time that you do the sides, you're going to pick up 1/8, 1 pearl and 1/8. Don't forget those 8/0s because we will need those later. And slide them down. And then we're going to crisscross in 1 pearl. And pull. And it will look like this. So as you can see, we have like a double 8/0 here, and that is what we want because we will need those later. Now, the way to measure your bracelet is that you're going to make it all the way. So you're going to add all the pearls, and I will give all the how much you need in the description box. You're going to take all the pearls, and then you're going to measure in the back because we need a little bit of room for the clasp to fit. So then you're going to wrap it around, and then you're going to see that you will have about 1 of those squares in between. It's a little hard for me to show it like this, but you will need 1 of the squares in between like this, so that you have room enough to have the loops and have a little bit of room for the clasp and the rings, because if you make it too large, it will fall off your wrist because that room will be included. And if it is too small, you can also use the lengthening chain if you don't need a full square extra. So if you have about if you have about 1 square of room in between, then you're good to go. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a few more, and then I'm going to show you how you will finish the end, because this is just the same all the way to the other end, and then we're going to finish the same way as we did on the start, but I'm going to show you that then. So I will be right back. You can see I added 2 more squares because that gives me a little bit of room to show you my next technique. So now we're at the end. So you will now have added all of the 8/0 seed beads and the pearl squares that you need. You measured your bracelet if it fits. And now we're going to pick up 3 seed beads on each side, so on each needle. So we're going to do it the opposite way as we did in the front. Slide them down. And we're going to crisscross in 1 seed bead. So 1 11/0 seed bead, like this. And now we're going to pick up on 1 needle 8 seed beads. Like this, slide them down. We're going to pick up our work, and I'm doing that by holding the other thread and then picking up the work with my hands. What I'm going to do, I'm coming out of this seed bead and I'm going through that seed bead again in the opposite direction, and I'm going through the next 3 seed beads that are underneath that. So like this. So I went through the seed bead that I'm coming out of in the opposite direction, and the next 3 seed beads next to that, and pull. And then I'm going through the pearl. So I'm coming out of this side and I'm going through the pearl in the other direction. So I'm coming from right to the left. And pull. Just give it a gentle tug. It doesn't have to be tight because we're going to do that in the step after this step. Now we're going to pick up the other needle and we're going through all those 8 seed beads. So we're just going through that loop. So all 8. And then I'm going through the opposite direction of the seed bead that we're coming out of, so in the other direction, and through the next 3 seed beads that are on the side. So we just went through this row, and now we're going through that row. So the opposite direction of the middle seed bead and the 3 seed beads that are in that direction, so the other direction. And pull. And now we're going through the same purl in the other direction, so from left to right. And give it a gentle tug. Now, as you can see, I have a little bit of room on my beads because this is a tight work, and that is because you have to go through with the thread in many directions in little beads, but we want this to be tight. So what we're going to do, if you also have like the larger bracelet, you're just going to start from the back and you're going to rub it gently, not hard, gently towards the front until you are at the last pearl. And then you're just going to give those both a gentle tug. So don't do it too hard because you don't want your work to be very tight. If you can't do that in one pull, what you can also do is take the pearl also to the side and the 3 seed beads and then try it. So just wiggle it a little bit, take your time with this because you want this to be straight. And it will look like this. For the next step. So what we're going to do, we're going to pick up 2 11/0 seed beads on each side, so on each needle, and we're going to slide them down, and we're going to crisscross in 1/8. And pull, and that will look like this. Now we're going to pick up 1/8 on each side and slide them down, and we're going to crisscross again in 1/8 and pull, and it will look like this. As you can see, we now formed a square on top of the beads with the or a triangle, or not a triangle, yes, a square, sorry, I said it right, a square on top of the square. And then we're going to pick up 2 seed beads on each side, like this, slide them down, and then we're going with our right needle through the pearl from right to left and pull. Make sure that you don't go through the 8 O's on the side, and with the left needle we're going from left to right through the same pearl and pull like this, and make sure that the beads are laying the way you want them, so that they are straight. Give it a gentle tug, and then you have filled up one of the squares. I'm going to do that one more time again, and then you're going to do that all the way. So I'm going to show you again. You're going to pick up 2 11/0 seed beads on each side and slide them down. You're going to crisscross in 1/8 and you're going to pull, and do this gently so that you don't wrap around the other beads, like this. Then you're going to pick up 1/8 on each side and slide them down, and you're going to crisscross in 1/8 and you're going to pull, and it will look like this. You're going to pick up 2 11/0 seed beads on each side and slide them down. Then you're going to go with your right needle through your next pearl. So we're coming out of this pearl and we have the 2 on the side, and we're going through the next one of the square. So I'm going through it from right to left and pull. And then we're going to go from left to right in that same pearl with the other needle and pull. I'm going to zoom in a little bit because I gave a workshop and many of the ladies found this the hard part. So I'm going to zoom in and then I'm going to, sorry, it was zooming out. Zoom in a little bit to show you with my needle what we're going to do here. So we're going to fill up these squares. So every square is going to be filled up with this kind of little bit of seed bead work. So what we're going to do, we're going to pick up the 2 seed beads, so the 2 11/0 seed beads on each side. Then we're going to crisscross in one of the 8/0s. We're going to pick up 1 8/0 on each side and we're going to crisscross in 1 8/0 again. That makes that square on top of the square. Then we're going to pick up 2 seed beads on each side again sorry, and then we're going through this purl from right to left and from left to right. And you're going to repeat doing this. Don't forget to pick up the last seed beads, because most of the ladies forgot that on the workshop. Don't forget to pick those up, because then you will have thread showing here. So don't forget that. And you're going to do that now till you are at the end. So you're going to end at your bracelet on this last pearl that is with the loop. And then I'm coming back to you. I made the last bezel and I'm going to turn my work around. And I'm going to start with one side. So I'm going to take my right needle and I'm coming out of this pearl and I'm going through the next 8/0. So I'm going to work on the sides, so not the middle, just the sides. I'm going to work on this, so going through this 8/0, through the pearl and through the next 2 8/0s that are lying next to each other. Like this. So the pearl, the 8/0 and the 2 pearls. And then I'm going to pull. I'm going to pick up 1 11/0, 1 8/0 and 1 11/0. And then I'm going through those 8/0s again, so those 2 8/0s. So I'm going to make a loop in those 2 8/0s. I'm going through the next pearl and through the next 2 8/0s. And pull. Make sure that you don't wrap around your work. And it will look like this. So in this way you will get like a little bezel on the side. I'm going to show you one more time. I'm going to pick up 1 11/0, 1 8/0 and 1 11/0. Then I'm going through those next, through the same 2 8/0s. So through the same 8/0s, so you're going to make a loop. You're going through the pearl and through the next 2 8/0s and you're going to pull like this. And I'm going to show you one more time again, because then I'm at the end. I'm going to pick up 1 11/0, 1 8/0 and 1 11/0. I'm going through those 2 8/0s and then I'm at the end, so I'm going through the pearl and just the last 8/0 like this. And pull, and it will look like this. Now you're going to do the same on the other side, so you're going to do that all the way, so the bracelet all the way, and then you're going to do the other side, and then I'm coming back to you. Made it on the 2 sides, so I'm made the bezel on the sides, and I'm going to start with my right needle again. I'm going through the next pearl, so to the opposite side. I'm going to turn my work around. And then I'm going to go through the next 8/0 and the next pearl and the next 2 8/0s. You can also make this a little bit of further, that really doesn't matter. And then I'm going to turn my work around. And here I'm going to end. So you can also end a little bit further. It really doesn't matter as long as you have a part where you end. So you can also go through the pearl and through the next 2 8/0s also. I'm going with my needle underneath my thread and I'm going to pull. And then I create a loop in this way and I'm going in that loop with my needle. And I'm calling that a knot loop. I don't know if that is the official name of it, but I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do that 2 times. And pull. And then I'm going through the next few beads, and it doesn't matter how many that are. And here I'm going to, here I'm going to cut my thread. So I'm going to take my clipper. I'm going to hold it, and I'm using a clipper of Beadsmith, and I really like this one. It's not very expensive, and it really clips my Fireline well, and also my Wildfire. And it is just like this, just like that. Sorry. And if you did that, always, or if you're going to do that, always gently tuck and then use your scissor, because if you gently tuck it, you won't have like a little bit of the thread sticking out. Now you're going to do the exactly the same on the other side, and then you're just going to attach your clasp and your ring. So if you ever made a bracelet, you will know how to attach your ring and your clasp. And optional, you can use a little bit of your lengthening chain. Do it. I hope this tutorial was clear. I know I haven't made a video in a while, so a tutorial in a while, because of a lot of things. I'm going to make a vlog about it, or not a vlog, just a short video on how and what and where I've been and what I have done, because a lot of things happened, and also some not so nice things, so I wanted to share that with you. And other from that, I hope that you like this video. If you have any questions, please ask. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video, so that I know that you liked it. And please let me know if you made one. I will post a link in the description box that will show you through the Facebook page I made, and a lot of you already follow that Facebook page, and that's not just my HoneyBeads Facebook page, but it's more like where you can show your jewelry and stuff. So I would really love to see if you made this, that you made one, and in which colors. I'm always curious to that, and I hope to see you next time. Bye, have a nice day.